Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of United States ultra-rare coins. We'll explore the 6 most valuable and expensive coins, uncovering their historical significance, unique features, and what makes them highly sought after by collectors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting to build your collection, this video will give you an inside look at the gems of U.S. coinage and why they command such high value in the market. Let's get started on this incredible journey through the world of rare and priceless coins. The most expensive and valuable United States half-dollar from 1951 is the 1951 proof issue of the Franklin half-dollar, particularly those certified in exceptional gem condition with deep cameo contrast. This coin holds a distinguished place in American numismatics because it represents the early years of the Franklin series, which was minted from 1948 to 1963, and marked the first time Benjamin Franklin appeared on a regularly circulating U.S. coin. While standard business strike examples from 1951 are widely available and affordable, pristine proof specimens, especially those with strong mirror fields and frosted devices, are highly sought after. Their value is driven not only by silver content, but by rarity in top grades, aesthetic quality, and growing collector demand for high-end mid-20th century U.S. coinage. The historical context of the 1951 half-dollar places it firmly within post-World War II America, a period of economic expansion and renewed national pride. The Franklin half-dollar series was introduced in 1948 to honor Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers, replacing the Walking Liberty design that had circulated since 1916. The 1951 issues were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, the Denver Mint D, and the San Francisco Mint S, with proof coins produced exclusively in Philadelphia. Although the coin did not commemorate a specific anniversary in 1951, its design itself was historically significant because it broke long-standing tradition by featuring the Liberty Bell on the reverse, complete with its visible crack, symbolizing American independence. The inclusion of Franklin reflected a broader appreciation for statesmanship and intellectual achievement during the early Cold War era. In terms of unique features, the 1951 Franklin half-dollar showcases a right-facing portrait of Benjamin Franklin on the obverse, designed by chief engraver John R. Sinek. The reverse depicts the Liberty Bell with a small eagle positioned to the right to comply with legal requirements that half-dollars display an eagle. The coin is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, weighs 12.5 grams, and measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter. In proof format, the coin's mirrored surfaces contrast beautifully with frosted design elements when well preserved, creating the coveted deep cameo effect. High-grade proofs exhibit sharp details in Franklin's hair and the horizontal lines on the Liberty Bell, which are critical focal points for grading. The strike quality and luster are especially important, as weak bell lines are common on business strikes but must be fully defined in top-tier specimens. Rarity plays a crucial role in determining the value of the 1951 half-dollar. Business strike mintages were substantial, with millions produced at each mint, making circulated examples relatively common. However, the 1951 proof had a mintage of approximately 57,500 pieces, which is modest by modern standards. Over time, many proof coins have developed hairlines, haze, or spotting due to improper storage, significantly reducing the number that survive in pristine condition. The rarest and most valuable examples are those graded PR 68 or higher by leading grading services, particularly with a deep cameo designation. These top population coins are scarce because early 1950s proof production methods did not consistently produce strong cameo contrast, making fully mirrored and sharply frosted examples difficult to find. Market value varies widely depending on condition and designation. Circulated 1951 business strike halves typically trade close to their silver melt value, often ranging between $10 and $20 depending on bullion prices. Uncirculated examples in mint state condition can command $40 to $150, with exceptional MS-66 or higher pieces reaching several $100s. In contrast, 1951 proof coins in average proof condition may sell for $150 to $300, while those graded PR-67 or PR-68 with deep cameo contrast can reach several $1,000s at major auctions. Record-setting specimens in ultra-high grades have achieved prices exceeding $10,000, reflecting the strong demand for registry-quality coins. The steady interest in classic 90% silver U.S. coinage and the popularity of complete Franklin sets continue to support healthy market performance. For collectors seeking a high-quality 1951 half-dollar, careful attention to detail is essential. Examining the sharpness of the Liberty Bell's lines and Franklin's hair is critical, as these areas reveal strike strength and preservation. Certification by reputable grading services such as PCGS or NGC provides assurance of authenticity and accurate grading, which significantly influences resale value. Collectors should also be cautious of cleaned or improperly stored proof coins, as hairlines and tunning issues can dramatically reduce desirability. Purchasing from established dealers, reputable auction houses, or well-reviewed numismatic platforms increases the likelihood of acquiring a genuine and properly graded example. Proper storage in climate-controlled environments and inert holders will help preserve the coin's surfaces and maintain its long-term value. In conclusion, the 1951 Franklin half-dollar stands as a compelling piece of American numismatic history, combining silver content, iconic design, and mid-century heritage into a coin that appeals to both seasoned investors and new collectors. While common circulated pieces are affordable and accessible, the true treasures lie in superbly preserved proof examples with strong cameo contrast and flawless surfaces. Their rarity in top grades, coupled with consistent collector demand, has elevated them into the upper tier of Franklin series collectibles. As interest in classic U.S. silver coinage remains strong, the finest 1951 half-dollars are likely to continue attracting attention, offering both historical enjoyment and long-term potential within the ever-evolving world of coin collecting. Next up in the most expensive and valuable United States half-dollar from 1952 belongs to the celebrated Franklin half-dollar series, a coin that continues to captivate numismatists for its silver content, historical symbolism, and elusive high-grade examples. While millions were struck for circulation, the true value of the 1952 half-dollar emerges in superb uncirculated condition and in scarce proof or full bell lines varieties. Collectors prize this issue not merely for its intrinsic silver worth, but for its connection to mid-20th century America, and for the challenge of locating pristine examples with sharply defined details. In today's market, exceptional specimens certified at the highest grades command impressive premiums, making the 1952 half-dollar one of the standout issues of its year within the broader half-dollar category. The historical context of the 1952 half-dollar is rooted in the post-World War II era, a time when the United States was solidifying its economic strength and global influence. The Franklin half-dollar series began in 1948 as a tribute to Benjamin Franklin, replacing the walking liberty design that had been in use since 1916. The coin was minted at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco facilities, resulting in issues bearing no mint mark for Philadelphia, a D for Denver, and an S for San Francisco. Notably, 1952 marked one of the final years in which San Francisco produced regular-issue Franklin halves, adding a layer of historical interest. The series itself honored Franklin not only as a founding father, but also as a champion of thrift and civic virtue, themes considered appropriate for American coinage during a period of renewed national confidence. The design of the 1952 Franklin half-dollar is both dignified and distinctive. The obverse features a right-facing portrait of Benjamin Franklin, sculpted by John R. Sinek, with the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust encircling the image. On the reverse, the Liberty Bell dominates the composition, accompanied by a small eagle to satisfy legal requirements for silver coinage. The detail of the bell's crack, faithfully depicted, adds visual character and symbolic depth. Composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, the coin weighs 12.5 grams and measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter. In high-grade mint state examples, the luster can be vibrant and satiny, while the coveted full bell lines designation, indicating fully struck horizontal lines at the base of the Liberty Bell, dramatically enhances desirability and value. Rarity in the 1952 half-dollar does not stem from low overall mintage, but from the scarcity of coins preserved in flawless condition. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 21 million pieces, Denver produced more than 25 million, and San Francisco minted over 5.5 million. While these numbers suggest abundance, most examples entered heavy circulation, leaving few survivors with sharp strikes and minimal contact marks. The 1952 S, in particular, is notorious for weak strikes, making high-grade specimens with strong bell lines extremely rare. Proof versions struck in Philadelphia for collectors add another layer of interest, especially those exhibiting deep cameo contrast. Coins graded MS-66, MS-67, or higher by professional services are exceptionally scarce, and examples with full bell lines in these grades represent the pinnacle of the issue. Market value for the 1952 Franklin half-dollar varies significantly depending on mint mark and condition. Circulated examples typically trade close to their intrinsic silver value, often in the range of $10 to $20 depending on silver prices. However, uncirculated coins graded MS-63 to MS-65 can range from approximately $40 to $150, with full bell lines examples commanding higher premiums. In superb grades such as MS-66 or MS-67, with full bell lines, auction records have shown prices climbing into the thousands of dollars, particularly for the challenging 1952 S issue. Proof coins generally range from around $50 in lower proof grades to several $100s for deeply mirrored cameo specimens. These values reflect sustained collector demand for high-quality Franklin halves and the competitive pursuit of top population registry coins. For collectors seeking a valuable 1952 half-dollar, careful attention to strike quality and surface preservation is essential. Examining the Liberty Bell's lower horizontal lines under magnification helps determine eligibility for the full bell lines designation, a key factor in premium pricing. Certification by reputable grading services provides assurance of authenticity and grade accuracy, which is crucial when investing in higher value examples. Buyers are advised to source coins from established dealers, major auction houses, or respected numismatic forums to reduce the risk of overpaying or acquiring cleaned or altered pieces. Proper storage in climate-controlled conditions and protective holders will help preserve luster and prevent tunning or damage, safeguarding long-term value. In conclusion, the 1952 Franklin half-dollar stands as a compelling blend of historical tribute, silver bullion appeal, and numismatic challenge. While common in lower grades, its true worth emerges in sharply struck, beautifully preserved examples, especially those with full bell lines or high proof quality. The coin's association with Benjamin Franklin, its classic mid-century design, and its place within the beloved Franklin series ensure enduring interest among collectors. For both new enthusiasts and seasoned numismatists, the 1952 half-dollar offers an accessible entry point with meaningful upside potential, combining tangible precious metal content with the prestige of owning a finely crafted artifact of American history. Next up in the 1954 half-dollar from the Franklin half-dollar series stands as one of the most intriguing and potentially valuable coins for collectors of mid-20th century American numismatics. While at first glance it may appear to be a common issue, certain high-grade examples, especially those with exceptional strike quality and the coveted full bell lines designation, have reached impressive values in the modern market. Its appeal lies not only in its silver content, but also in the challenge it presents to collectors seeking pristine specimens. As demand for top-condition coins continues to grow, the finest 1954 half dollars have become highly sought after, making them standout pieces within the series. The historical context of the 1954 Franklin half dollar is rooted in the post-war prosperity of the United States and the continued operation of the United States Mint during a time of economic expansion. First introduced in 1948, the Franklin series honored Benjamin Franklin, one of the nation's most influential figures, replacing the Walking Liberty design. By 1954, the coin was being struck at multiple mints, including Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. Each mint contributed to the total output, but subtle differences in strike quality and preservation have since distinguished certain issues as rarer and more desirable. In terms of design, the 1954 Franklin half dollar is both elegant and symbolic. The obverse features a right-facing portrait of Benjamin Franklin, accompanied by the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust. The reverse displays the iconic Liberty Bell, complete with its famous crack, alongside a small eagle to satisfy legal requirements for silver coinage. Composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, the coin weighs 12.5 grams and measures 30.6 mm in diameter. What makes this coin particularly unique is the detail on the Liberty Bell's horizontal lines. When these lines are fully struck and uninterrupted, the coin earns the prized full bell lines designation, significantly enhancing its value. Rarity in the 1954 half dollar is not necessarily due to low mintage numbers, but rather to the scarcity of well-preserved, sharply struck examples. Many coins from this year suffer from weak strikes, especially on the reverse bell lines, making fully detailed specimens quite rare. The 1954 S issue, in particular, is known for its softer strikes, while the 1954 D can be difficult to find with strong details. As a result, coins graded MS65 and above with full bell lines are considered elite and command strong premiums. Condition plays a critical role, and even minor imperfections can drastically reduce a coin's desirability and market value. When it comes to market value, the 1954 Franklin half dollar spans a wide range depending on condition and designation. Circulated examples may trade for modest premiums above their silver content, typically between $10 and $20. However, uncirculated coins in MS63 to MS64 condition can range from $40 to $100. The real value emerges in higher grades. MS66 examples with full bell lines can fetch between $500 and $1,500, while superb MS67 specimens have been known to exceed $10,000 at auction. These prices reflect not only the coin's rarity and top condition, but also the intense competition among collectors striving to complete high-grade sets. For collectors interested in acquiring a 1954 Franklin half dollar, attention to detail is essential. Look for coins with strong, uninterrupted bell lines and minimal surface marks, as these characteristics significantly impact value. Certification by reputable grading services such as PCGS or NGC is highly recommended, as it ensures authenticity and provides an objective assessment of condition. Proper storage is also crucial. Coins should be kept in climate-controlled environments, preferably in protective holders, to prevent tunning or damage. Purchasing from established dealers or participating in reputable auctions can further reduce the risk of acquiring subpar or counterfeit pieces. In conclusion, the 1954 Franklin half dollar exemplifies how a seemingly common coin can achieve remarkable value through rarity in condition and collector demand. Its historical significance, tied to a beloved American figure, combined with its elegant design and the technical challenge of finding well-struck examples, makes it a compelling addition to any collection. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer to coin collecting, this coin offers both aesthetic enjoyment and investment potential. As interest in high-grade silver coinage continues to grow, the finest examples of the 1954 issue are likely to remain prized treasures in the numismatic world. Next up to in the 1960 half-dollar from the Franklin half-dollar stands as one of the most intriguing and potentially valuable coins of its era, especially when examined in its highest grades or in exceptional proof condition. While not typically rare in circulated form, certain pristine examples, particularly the 1960 proof and high-grade mint state coins, have achieved remarkable prices in the numismatic market. Collectors are especially drawn to this coin because it represents the final years of a classic silver series, composed of 90% silver, and embodies a blend of historical importance and aesthetic simplicity. Its appeal continues to grow among enthusiasts who appreciate both its intrinsic metal value and its potential for significant appreciation in top-tier condition. Historically, the 1960 Franklin half-dollar was minted during a transitional period in American coinage, just a few years before the introduction of the Kennedy half-dollar following the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Produced at the United States Mint, the 1960 issue came primarily from the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, and the Denver Mint, marked D. This period in American history was marked by economic growth and cultural change. Yet the Franklin half-dollar retained a traditional design honoring one of the nation's most respected founding fathers. It reflects a time when silver coinage was still standard, just before rising silver prices led to major changes in U.S. currency composition. The coin's design is both elegant and symbolic, featuring Benjamin Franklin on the obverse, with his profile facing right, accompanied by the inscription Liberty, and the motto In God We Trust. The reverse displays the Liberty Bell, a powerful symbol of American independence, along with a small eagle to satisfy legal requirements. Designed by John R. Sinek, the coin measures 30.6 mm diameter and weighs 12.5 grams, with a composition of 90% silver and 10% copper. In high-grade examples, especially those with full bell lines, FBL, on the reverse, the coin's sharp strike and detailed features become especially striking, elevating its desirability among collectors. Rarity plays a crucial role in the value of the 1960 half-dollar, particularly when considering condition and special varieties. While millions were minted, very few survive in superb gem condition, especially with fully struck details. The 1960 proof coins produced for collectors are generally more common, but those with deep cameo contrast, where the design appears frosted against a mirror-like background, are significantly rarer. Additionally, coins graded MS66 or higher, especially those designated as FBL, are scarce and command strong premiums. The combination of high grade, strong strike, and visual appeal dramatically reduces the available population, making such coins highly sought after. In terms of market value, the 1960 Franklin half-dollar can range widely depending on its condition and specific attributes. Circulated examples may only be worth their silver content, typically around $8.12 depending on silver prices. However, uncirculated coins in MS65 condition can fetch between $30 and $100, while MS66 or MS67 examples with full bell lines can reach into the thousands. Notably, some exceptional specimens have sold for over $10,000 at auction, particularly those with superb eye appeal and top population rankings. Proof coins with deep cameo contrast can also command premiums, often selling for hundreds or even thousands depending on grade and visual quality. These values reflect a steady upward trend driven by collector demand and the enduring popularity of silver coinage. For collectors, acquiring a valuable 1960 Franklin half-dollar requires careful attention to detail and authenticity. It is essential to look for coins with sharp strikes, minimal surface marks, and strong luster. Certification by reputable grading services such as Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company is highly recommended, as these organizations provide standardized grading and authentication. Proper storage is also critical. Coins should be kept in protective holders in a stable, low-humidity environment to preserve their condition. Collectors often acquire these coins through auctions, coin shows, or established dealers, and staying informed about market trends can help in making wise purchasing decisions. In conclusion, the 1960 Franklin half-dollar is a coin that beautifully balances historical significance, artistic design, and investment potential. While common in lower grades, its true value emerges in exceptional condition, where rarity and quality converge to create highly desirable pieces. As part of the final chapter of the Franklin series, it holds a special place in American numismatics and continues to occur, both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. With its silver composition, iconic imagery, and proven market performance, the 1960 half-dollar remains a compelling addition to any serious coin collection, offering both aesthetic enjoyment and the possibility of long-term financial appreciation.